So here's Shelby with her very ugly, right, stay still, feet. As you can see, that's the overgrown foot, and that's the one I've trimmed. And it's never going to look pretty because her feet are not well shaped anyway. She's what I call hare-footed, where the two inner toes are much longer than the outside toes. So her foot kind of looks like a long slipper, and there's only so much I can improve with trimming, but this trimmed foot, by clipping around the toenail, I've already shortened the length of her toes, because the hair doesn't end where her nails end. She also has very long nails, which this is the shortest I can get them. So you can see on the untrimmed foot, the hair's covering all the way past the nail, and it's making her toes look a lot longer than they really are. And I've shortened her toes by trimming this way, and she's got a more rounded cat-like foot here. But her hair's also really, really long. It's not as short as I've done the other video, that just makes it even harder to trim it. So with this kind of foot, it's especially important not to trim on the top of the toes, because you'll get really ugly scissor marks. And then we're going to, now you can see the dew claw, this one's been trimmed and this one hasn't. So she's got this fluff of hair from her dew claw sticking out, kind of ruining the picture compared to the other one. So we're just going to do this foot real quickly. Let me move. So I'll start at the back of her foot, and we'll trim. We're going to come down to, first not too far up, but we'll come down to about almost the end of her pad, and then we'll clear up all of this along. You just Shelby, wait. You just take the bulk off with the scissors. Stay. And then the pad, not too much for now. We'll come back and I'll use my mini clippers to stay, clear up. You might want to come from the top. Wait, Shelby, stay, and I'll clear up all this black hair that grows along the pad. And we'll come back to that when we've done the sides. Good. Now, now we're gonna expose the big pad here. Now, hang on, I'll just sit her, because she's a bit too weak to stand. Come from the front. Shelby, right, lay down. Good girl. Right, come on, John. Right, Shelby, down. Down. Now, if you see your setter growing this sort of hairs, now that can all be hand stripped along the foot. So you just pull out all of these little fuzzies with your fingers like that, especially if they're black. Like I've explained in the other video, all we want is black and tan. Her colour's really bad and it changes with the diet. So we can pull those out, and same on the inside. She grows them on the side of her foot. We don't need that there. Up to her dew claw. So the whole foot, what you can pull out with your fingers, do that, and it's usually black hairs and fuzzies. And also, if you've got them on the top of the foot there, the black ones, you can just hand strip like that. What comes out with fingers, just do that real quick. Right, and now we're going to trim, expose the big pad. Good girl. No. Come off the table a little bit. That's a good girl. There you go. Just get me a brush. And if you can see, you can't tell where her big pad is. So it's right there, and this might take a few cuts to trim it well. So we forget the upper leg there. And you can clean up the foot nicely with stripping like that. And we cut towards the toe. Remember, as I said in the other video, you push her toe out so you get a straight line, and we'll cut just where the back big pad ends up towards the toe. And you can feel there's the pad, and we're gonna cut that way. Up to the toe, and then you get these little hairs. So if you can get your scissors in there and trim that, and better way is to, oh Shelby, you're pushing, is to get your mini clippers and clean that pad. So we'll clean that pad. And that gives you, we're starting to get that rounded bit, and we just need to trim a bit more off here, the back. Again, probably better with the clipper. And you just put them on a straight angle and you'll cut like a scissor. And we will tidy up going into the feather when she's standing. We'll just leave that for now. Oh, Shelby. Oh, there's a little hair sticking out. Shelby's that. And clean nicely inside there. And when she'll stand, this will be nicely rounded. Now, when you got long hair growing on the side of the toes, you can take the bulk off with the scissor, level with the end of the pad, up to the toenail. And we'll go around all of her toes on each side. Forget the nail bits at the moment. We'll just take what overhangs on her sides or toes too much, because I use clippers to clear that up. Right, now I need to do the same, expose the big pad. Now I need to expose the big pad on the inside. So again, there's the pad. Right, stop tucking your leg under, please. So I'll put my scissors, I know where her pad is. It's right there. We're coming along, and I'll get my clippers for that. Good girl. These scissors, I've lost the ring from this one shell, and the side of the now I like to Now I like to take out the middle bits between the toes. Now she has got loads there, so we'll just move everything up and pull it out with your fingers like that, and like we did in the other foot. Shelby, don't stroke her. Stop now. She really pulls hard and tries to tuck her feet in. So again, we go in between. We're not cutting across because I don't want to put chop marks on the top of her toes. So we cut in between her toes on the inside, not on the top. Hers are never pretty because she doesn't have nice feet. But I do it same way on her as I do on my boy, who's got pretty feet. And then we'll pull all of this up. And again, this curl that curls around the toe, I'll move it with the blade. And I'm cutting on the side alongside her toe. What we done one there, same on that side. I'll move it with the blade. And this is why it's better when you're learning to let your feet overgrown until you get this curl over the toe, so that you can easier put your scissors in there easier. And then the middle bit we go and we'll take it out again upwards. We'll keep pushing and cutting along. All these little fuzzies. Take them out on this side. Now she has got really difficult hair there. And I have to keep it quite long. We want to take all of that out. Now, we're not finished yet, but now I'm going to get my clippers and we'll start on the edges. And you can see the clippers cut really nicely, and I'm going around the edge of her pad. And then up to her nail bed. We'll go across like that. I'll put my clipper in and you'll start removing the hair. And you want to really nicely round this off. And under the toenail, whatever the clippers will remove. And you can get right into the corner there. And on the inside, you spread their toes. And you'll go along the inner inside of her toe. Under. It's almost like I'm drawing a line with a pencil where I want the hair gone, and that's what the clippers are taking off. And you see there's an overhang, so which overhangs her. So I'll just run the clippers and he'll just cut everything that hangs out. And now next toe. tidy up there what overhangs. I'm not clipping the hair out between her toes. Under. And now it comes from the top. So now you see, it's hard to see where, so you can just start lower and then move your way upwards. You can expose as much as you want. Really, you can leave a little bit of hair over the toenail. And round it around the toe. And now on the inside here, we've got all of these that overhang, so I can use my clippers to just take that off. I'm really guided mainly by her own foot anatomy and where her pads are, where her nails are, and that's where I'm drawing the lines with the clippers. And on this toe, we'll take that off nicely. Not too high up. Because if I tried to do this with the scissors, it's really hard to get the scissors in there, and then I'll tidy up the rounded edges once you're standing. So I can brush all of that down. And the clippers will just cut all of that. This side of the toe. Okay. Take what overhangs. You really want to get this as neat as possible. Now, the edge of this last toe. Really. Okay, now we'll tidy up, jump up behind me. Now we'll get rid of her dew claw hair and pull this out. So we can get rid of that. And there's a dew claw hare. Right. Alright, lay down, baby. Good girl. And there's her dew claw. We'll tidy that up as well. So I'll just scissor the bulk off. Don't go too close to the actual leg hair, just so that you can see what you're working on. Like taking some of this out. And now we do the same around the toenail. Station. Go from again. Good girl. A bit more. Now you can start seeing the little pad there, so we go level with that. We'll clean it up on both sides and the inside as well. And more around the nail. Now that's good girl, good girl. And there's a little pad, and then we'll just tidy it, clip that off. And this little black hairs that overhang there, we'll tidy this up nicely. Just going level with the pads that hangs out. She has got hair padding in there, so I'm not removing that. Only what comes past the pads. Right, so we'll finish that off. Good girl. Good girl. Now we stand her up and she'll be up. Up. Come on, baby. Up. I'll sit. That's it. You can sit. No. Okay, stand up. Stand up. Up. She'll be. Right, jump on front. Right, so this is what we've got so far. And now while she's standing, we'll have a look on the side here. Stand. So we've got the rounded edge, and we'll just take all of the blacks inside. That can all come off. And really up here, how do you come into the feather? Depends what they've got and how much we want to clear up there. You don't want to come past the up into the pastern that high up. So you can pick up their feet and just angle it into the feathers. She's missing a load here, so we haven't got much in there, so that's the part there. And we'll tidy it on the inside, also check by lifting their leg up so they stand on the leg you want to work on. just a little bit there over that dew claw. I'm gonna tidy up, and we're also not as pretty because she was playing up a bit on that side. Right, come here, give me those foot. Good girl. No, not done yet. And now we'll just tidy up the front here, what we can. Pull with your fingers what comes out. It'll give you a bit more natural look by pulling. And now we don't want it square across her toes. So, no, stop now. So we're just gonna round it off while she's up. And that's what I mean, if you are guided by her actual nail bed, and here, so I need to come a bit further in. Because the nail bed nicely rounds off, so if you go around the nail, right, stop now, stop. Stop. Good girl. Right. She's pushing with all her weight. Come here. Right. Stop now. And now, because there's such a bulk, I'll get my thinning scissors and just gently take off, blend that in, but not too much. Just these corners which are too thick. Very, very little bit. Trying to blend in. And just take the... Stop shaking, please. Right. Come here. Sit down. Shelby. Don't point your fingers. Come on. And we'll just take very gently, not cutting too much, just to not to have such a sharp lines in there, and if anything that overhangs, not really cutting there, just right, come here. And that's the foot done, and the dew claw as well, and that's probably the best I can do with feet that are really not so pretty. So thanks for watching, guys, and that's it. Thank you.